Last but not least, man, let's go ahead and blitz through this AFC North, West, and South division, man. So, Rod, I know you have a question for each of these teams, man. 12 teams, 12 questions, bro. Well, I got questions too. So you got the AFC. Let's start with your questions for the South. I'll go ahead and do my questions for the North, and then we'll meet with the West.
So I'm going to start with the division winners of last season, Herbie. I'll start with the Houston Texans. And my question for them is, are they ready to take the next step? Right? We've already seen that they could win a division. We've already seen that the Houston Texans can win a playoff game. So are they now at the point to where they can compete against the other division winners that are going to be in the AFC, a la the Bills, most likely the Ravens or Bengals, or the Kansas City Chiefs or the Broncos, which we'll get to. I will say this, Herbie. There's a lot to like about the Houston Texans. Despite the fact that CJ Stroud had a bit of a down year last year, which I will get to in a little bit, or the reason why, there's so much to like about this team, Herbie, right? Um, I know Joe Mixon, I think he might be dealing with some injury issues, but in theory, the combination of him and Nick Chubb, even though Nick Chubb was someone who, Nick Chubb is not the same guy as he was before, especially when you consider the injuries. I think they'll have a bit more of a running game, right? Joe Mixon was pretty good for them last year, so to have a 1-2 punch will be good. The most impressive thing about the Texans, when you consider their defense, right? You have two of the best edge rushers in football, in Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. Those two guys gave you 23 out of 49 sacks last year. That's production you're getting back. You have the $90 million cornerback in Derek Stingley, whose running mates Kamari Lassiter and Jalen Petre. These are guys that round out an excellent corner core, right? And even though I think at D tackle the Texans are not strong, my biggest question mark for them and what will keep me from saying that they are not ready to take the next step is the offensive line. Now, they traded Laramie Tunsil, which pretty much made an already bad line worse. And they picked up Cam Robinson, who to me is not much of a player. I did like what I've seen from Ariante Ursary from some of what I've seen in preseason, but there's big question marks on that offensive line, Herbie. And there were times last year where you could see that CJ Stroud was kind of speeding up his play. Like he knew, like he didn't trust his protection last year, especially in the interior. And if they don't figure that out this year, they're going to be back in the same spot at best that they were last year, which is winning a weak division and, ultimately getting knocked out in the second round against one of the contenders.
All right, I'm gonna say this on the front end. Your version of rapid fire is way different than mine, my boy. I'm not gonna hold you, dog.
I got you. I'll be more. I got you.
Yeah, boy, we an hour in, bro. We ain't got that for 11 more teams, bro.
I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. Your boy
we'll
did some
be,
research. I guess I just want to get some.
nah, I know you want to get your shots off, bro. You feel me? You want to get your
Yeah,
Steph
yeah.
Curry. Hey, listen, bro. I respect it. I respect it.
You know what it was? We went in on the other teams. I don't want to do the AFC like that, but I got you. We are, we
Nah,
are
facts. It's
we
just
are.
we'll be here about 9:30, my boy, 10 o'clock. At that rate, yeah, boy, and I ain't got it in me, boy. Two or two, your boy got to be up at 2:30. All
I
right,
got
man.
you.
Who else we
So,
got?
all right. So my next question is, I'll do this for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can Liam Cohen get Trevor Lawrence and the Jags back on track? Um, I'll be honest, Herbie. I know Liam Cohen is some sort of quarterback whisperer, but I don't believe in the quarterback, despite the talent that they have at different positions. So
You got to prove it to me, man.
as
Like
of right now, Herbie, I don't think Liam Cohen. We'll see, but I have my doubts, Herbie. Let's leave it at that. I have my doubts.
as you should, bro. Trevor Lawrence got, bro. I don't lost too much money on Trevor Lawrence, bro. He it's gonna take like 5 years for me to believe in him, dog. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
So the next will be the Tennessee Titans, Herbie. And my question for them is, what's this team's ceiling with Cam Ward, Herbie? And look, I know Cam Ward, there's mixed opinions about him based on how he's looked in preseason. I think he's like, if you look at his numbers, it's not great, but when you look at him like play by play on film, there's a lot to like. I don't think this team is a playoff team by any stretch, but I do think that they can double their win total from last year with Cam Ward. Like, I think Cam Ward, with some of the things they added, like Dan Moore in the offseason, Kevin Zeitler, they improved the offensive line. they added some guys, drafted some guys that will complement with him well. I don't think I'll be surprised if the Titans end up being kind of like a dark horse wild card team, but they could win about 7-8 games with him. That's my initial thoughts. And finally for the AFC South, the question is for the Indianapolis Colts, Herbie. Can they overcome an unfavorable quarterback situation? Now, I'll say this, Herbie. This is a team that was poor on defense last year. They missed 157 tackles last year. They addressed some of the issues that helped with that, but I just don't think the Colts, and they have talented players on their team: Michael Pittman
Yeah,
Jr.,
for sure,
Josh
for sure.
Downs,
Alex
Jonathan,
Pierce.
Jonathan Taylor. I was a Tyler Warren guy. But Herbie, the problem with the Colts is that without that quarterback, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not sold on
They're
Daniel.
going into the league. They're going into the league starting with Daniel Jones. They didn't end up with Daniel Jones.
They're
They're
starting. They
going
chose him over
into
somebody
they
else.
chose him to be their starting quarterback. That's pretty rough, man.
That's
That's
rough.
pretty rough. All right, so me, I got the NFC North. I got the AFC North. My apologies, man. So starting with the division winner last year, the Baltimore Ravens. My question, and the only question that matters: can the Baltimore Ravens do it when it actually matters? You've won all the regular season awards. You got the MVPs. You got the coach of the year. You got all of that crap, right? Like, can Lamar Jackson and company not shoot themselves in the foot in the playoffs? Lamar Jackson, you have to do it this year, or it's going to get very ugly for you going forward. The pressure is already through the roof. It is going to be significantly worse if you guys blow it, have another disaster, have another. If you guys are not representing the AFC at the Super Bowl this year, yes, for sure. Pittsburgh Steelers. I am very, very high on the Pittsburgh Steelers out of nowhere. I just looked at their roster. I'm like, they have Jalen Ramsey, who's still really good. They got Darius Slay, who's really good the whole playoffs and the whole Eagles run. They
TJ
got
Watt.
DK Metcalf. Like
Got
I was
pieces.
like, this team is actually pretty good. They got rid of George Pickens, but ultimately the question is always going to be, how washed is Aaron Rodgers? Is he really that bad? And again, the numbers are not going to actually give you the real story with Aaron Rodgers. He didn't want to get hit anymore. He had a terrible success rate. He had a terrible EPA. Well, not terrible, but below average, right? Like, those are the numbers that really show you how consistent you are from a play to play basis. And he really wasn't that good. Was it just the Jets, man? So that's my question. Was it just the Jets for Aaron Rodgers?
Probably. Wouldn't shock me.
My question for the Cincinnati Bengals: why are y'all so cheap? Y'all really about to make Boomer and Eisen pay for his own hotels so y'all can celebrate him?
Bro, the Browns are like one of the sickest owners ever, bro. Like, and I do mean sick, like, damn, you need help. Like,
Who you
damn.
talking about? The Bengals? The Bengals? You mean the Bengals?
Yeah, the Bengals. No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Isn't it who's the owners? Who's the owners of the of isn't it like I forget the name of the family now.
Okay, yeah. So the Bengals own the Browns. The Browns do own the Bengals because
Right.
the Browns. Yeah. Mike
Brown
Brown. So
family.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. The Brown family. Yeah. You my bad. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I got you. Yes,
Yeah.
Mike Brown and his legacy of cheap, very cheap. We're talking about, a lot of people don't know this. The Bengals have the cheapest scouting department in the entire NFL. It's like 5 people in the scouting department, dog. They find ways to be cheap, but this is next level. This is next level.
That's
And
disrespectful, honestly.
and you're not gonna sign Trey Henderson to a long term deal, bro. And he's gonna be a free agent next year. Yeah. And last but not least, man, Cleveland Browns. My question to y'all is, why can't y'all not be the Browns? Like, why is it so hard for y'all to not be the Browns? Yeah, like, dysfunction, ridiculousness, don't have an actual plan in place, absolutely chaotic. This entire preseason has been a disaster all the way through. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, that is my questions for the 4 AFC North teams, man. And let's finish off with the AFC West, bro.
All right. You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll start with the division winners and the Super Bowl representatives of the AFC last year. My question for the Chiefs, Herbie, and this is an interesting one to me. Do they have it in them, Herbie, for one more run? And when you consider the fact that the Chiefs have legitimately played 20 games in 3 straight seasons, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be healthier this year, at least to start, right? They get
Yeah, for
Worth
sure.
back, Brown back. And the Chiefs have a lot of the core players from their championship teams. When you think of Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, they have guys. But Herbie, I wonder, especially with their division, in my opinion, getting tough.
Uh,
But no, Herbie. When it comes down to the Chiefs, Herbie, do they have it in them for one more run? It's hard for me to say no because of the excellence that they have sustained throughout the past few years. Like nobody else. It's not even like I think they're gonna fall off a little bit, but they're still gonna make the playoffs, and y'all just gonna have to prove to me that y'all can stop these boys. Like in my mind, Herbie, there's no excuse for why the Bills or the Ravens or some other AFC team shouldn't be representing. But my God, Herbie, you let the Chiefs go to four straight. You let the Chiefs go to four straight. Nah, man, that would just be despicable, in my opinion. For the rest of the AFC, the Chiefs' greatness will be their greatness. But do I think they have it in them for one more run? The sad thing is to say yes, because no one has in the AFC has yet to prove that they could sit Mahomes and the Chiefs down. So there's that. And my question, which is my half of the for the Denver Broncos, can the Broncos do the unthinkable and dethrone the Chiefs in the West, in just the West, right? The playoffs is a different animal, but winning the division, I think they could, Herbie. I think they could. I like if there is any team that I think there are two teams that I'm actually believing are going to really surprise this year. I didn't say this before with the Giants, but watching them in preseason, I'm thinking to myself, it's just preseason, but you know what? The Giants might shock. Like they might be better than I thought. And the Broncos, Herbie, is it inconceivable to me that they could be one game better than the Chiefs in the regular season, considering how great the defense I expect them to be, considering the leap I expect Bo Nix to take, considering the growth of their young, talented receiver core? Like Herbie, I think the Broncos are in prime position to really, really make noise in the AFC. And listen, they even signed Evan Ingram, who that's not a name that screams out to people, but Sean Payton has proved in the past that tight ends can work really well in his systems. So listen, I'm all systems go for the Broncos. I think the Broncos will steal the division from the Chiefs. Now the playoffs, totally different animal. But in the regular season, I think the Broncos will impress.
all right, man. So with me, all right, I got two questions. One, Las Vegas Raiders. Can y'all actually do something in the AFC West again, bro? Can y'all be relevant in the AFC West, please? And I do think you guys are gonna be actually relevant. Y'all know how I am, bro. I'm a huge Geno Smith fan. I love Geno Smith. I love Brock Bowers. I love Pete Carroll. I love Tom Brady. I love a lot about this team. Newsflash: I like Ashton Genty. I don't think he's a bust. But if you would have saw the comments on the video, you would have thought we hated him. I
Man,
like
if
Ashton
you
Genty.
don't say that guy is great, people just think you hate him at this point. Like
You
if
can
you're
say
not
he's
touching his
very good.
balls, like crazy, bro.
But my
Like
question to the AFC is, can you actually bring that level of excitement, energy back? Can you actually be relevant? Can you actually be competitive in the AFC West? And I think you guys are. I, I like it's kind of crazy, bro, but like they have the makings of a 10-win team, bro. Like I don't really see why they shouldn't win 10 games next year unless that division is just ridiculously crazy, which it can be. You got the Chiefs, you got the Broncos, who you think is actually going to win, bro. So that's going to be kind of crazy. Um, and last but not least, man, Los Angeles Chargers, man. When y'all going to give up on Justin Herbert? When y'all going to give up, man? When y'all going to
they
stop
got
wasting
10 more
everybody's
years at
time,
least,
man?
man. They got 10 more years of him,
When
dog.
y'all going to stop wasting my time? When you like everybody's time, every bookie's time, every better's time, like when you gonna stop, man? We could nip this in the bud, dog. That's my question for the Chargers, man. Y'all, you know I'm on their neck for life, bro. What you thought? You thought I was gonna have something serious, man? Forget them, bro. You know I'm on their neck, man.
On
It's
their
up,
neck.
man.
That's
It's
it.
up, man. All right. Any last words before we get up out of here, bro?
Listen, man, Herbie. Now that we've wrapped up, all of this football talk, Herbie, we are on the precipice of the NFL season, and I'm excited, bro. Like we have one more week in between before football starts. I'm so ready for this, man.
Super ready, bro.
So ready, man.
Super ready, man. So with that, man, we'll see y'all next week. Deuces.